It's showtime. Hey everybody, it's the T-Rock100 and welcome back to more of Pokemon HeartGold. Last time, we caught Rayquaza at the Embedded Tower, and this time, we had to uncover a little bit of a secret that I actually want to quickly talk about. So you may be wondering, what are we doing here at the Ruins of Alph? Well, I now want to quickly adjust a little bit of the elephant in the room, or rather, the god in the Alps. I have an Arceus right here. Maybe wondering, what am I doing with an Arceus? Well, allow me to put these and answer the question. That's actually kind of how I kind of went right through it. Hi! Ouch! Are you okay? I was in a hurry and... Sorry, did I hurt you? No way! Could it be a Pokemon from Sinnoh? The one they call Arceus? Oh, could it be? Arceus causing all this? Can't explain it any other way. Arceus may be the key to solving the mystery of the unknown and the Ruins of Alph. Can you come to the Ruins of Alph with me? Please? You must. I'm trembling with excitement. I think something is about to happen. I've been studying the ruins for many years, but something feels different. There are no pictures on the wall. Feels like they're staring at me. What is this? There's something eerie that is making my legs shiver. I can't stop them. It's the unknown! This place! There's not much what we could do in here at the very moment, but we're going to come into this place a little bit later. This is known as the Sinji Ruins. Maybe wondering how is it that I'm able to do this? Well, I can actually answer this very easily. Mostly what we need to do is we had to take care of an event that happened back in 2009 between, I believe, the time of, let's see here. It is between the time of November 7th and November 15th, back in 2009, at your local Toys R Us store, and you will be able to get a special Arceus to have in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. There was one other event that was never officially released, and that would have been the Acer Flute, and the only way how you'll be able to get that is through cheating. This Arceus is not like that Arceus. This Arceus I have... Let's just say I used to hack the shit out of my Diamond LP. Well, not my LP, but my Diamond game. Well, back in the day. But the Arceus that you would have gotten wouldn't be at level 100, pure normal type, multi-type for the ability. It'd be holding something called a Robot Berry. No idea what that is. And it'll have the moves Judgment, Roar of Time, Spatial Rend, and Shadow Force. All four of the signature moves of all the members of the Creation Trio, with the inclusion of Arceus, the Trio Master. They had only 1 week to actually do this, and if they did not, well, then, sucks to be you. The other times of what you could have done was a kind of a movie getaway that would have been done through Japan and Europe, but you could say us dumbass Americans got it the worst. So you have to transfer that Arceus over to HeartGold and Soul Silver to be able to come here, and be sure that you have Arceus as your only member of your team. It is required to do this. There was one other event that I really wanted to get into, but unfortunately I don't have any ways to show it, but I will explain it to you guys later on in the episode. But hello. So freezing, isn't it? For a youngster like you to be interested in the Sinja Ruins is not something to see every day. Take a look at them. From the design of the pillars of the Sinjo ruins, you can see that the cultures of Sinnoh and Johto have blended. What was I thinking? We don't need to be standing here. Why don't you come to the cabin around the corner for more discussion? Yes. By the way, we happen to have a person at the cabin. Any trainer should know who she is. The famous trainer from Sinnoh. She was traveling around to study myths and ancient ruins. Isn't that something? For many of Pokemon fans, meet your waifu. My name is Cynthia. I am a Pokemon trainer. The Sinjo ruins remind me of Sinnoh, where I come from. Initially, I thought it was because it snows a lot here as well, but that was not it. A long time ago, people from Sinnoh used to live here. It must have been a typo somewhere, but I don't know. They must have built a temple here while longing for home. That's why we call these the Sinjo ruins. You are a Pokemon trainer? I can't sense strong Pokemon power coming from your Pokeball. I feel familiar with my presence. The power of Dialga, Palkia, or could it be Giratina? Similar, but not quite the same. Have you got time? Come to the Sinjo ruins with me. Call it a trainer's intuition. When you and your Pokemon step onto that stage, something will happen. Like I said, before doing anything else, be sure you have Arceus on your team. There's pieces right here just for convenience things. She's out of place, not even knowing why you are here. Do you want my agent to use his best power to take you home? If you need to head back for whatever reason, this is your guy to do it. And that's pretty much it. A long time ago, people used to draw life from Pokemon to give their lives to those Pokemon. That shows that people and Pokemon used to be more closely bonded with each other. People moved from place to place. The myths and legends of Pokemon and their powers would also be carried with those people. That's how myths and legends from each region are blended with each other. The ancient ruins here have inherited the legends from both the Ruins of Alph and Johto and the Spirit Pillar in Sinnoh. That is proof that people from Johto and Sinnoh blended together as a group. Very interesting. So now they're back out here in the Sinjo ruins. I should mention that I think it here is actually a bit of a different name. Oh no, never mind. I was right. This is the mystery stage. Okay, that's the mystery stage. The mystical stage is built to show respect for Arceus. It said that people used to celebrate its magnificent might with music and dance. So people in Johto still pass down this tradition. According to an ancient document, time, space, and antimatter, or what combined we call the world, shall be born when Arceus stands on the mystery stage. This is where one might say, the lead enters the mystery stage at last. All my studies of ruins and Pokemon mythology in Sinnoh have been to bring you up to this stage here today. Depicted on the mystery stage are the Pokemon that shaped this world. The circle in the middle is Arceus, the origin of it all. This is the pattern that represents Palkia, the master of space and dimensions. This is the pattern that represents Dialga, the guardian of time. This is the pattern that represents Giratina, the ruler of the world that is the opposite side of ours, the world of antimatter, or it's what we call the distortion world. Arceus has accepted you as a trainer. Arceus, having shaped the world, is said to show you a glimpse of its true power. The power of possibly making life appear out of nothing. It seems that something will happen when you choose one of the circles. You want to be well prepared. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick this. So you choose Dialga, the guardian of time. Yes. And I have to say, when this happens, wait till you guys see what happens. The serious round object took the shape of a Pokemon. And we obtained a Dialga! No, I do not. The shiny sphere, could it be an egg? Did we just witness the very moment an egg was brought to this world? A moment no one has ever seen? An egg is the creator of every being. This planet itself is an egg, in a sense. Life that comes from an egg will come to an end in due course. To begin anew. That may be what Arceus wanted to show us. We seem to be surrounded by that strong power again. This is our final goodbye. Oh, are you alright? You disappeared right in front of me. I was so surprised. I see. The powers of Arceus and Unknown affected each other to create a huge energy, which sent you to the Sinjo ruins? Unknown. The Ruins of Alph and Arceus. The mystery deepens. It has made me even more inquisitive. I will one day solve all the mysteries. What? Oh. Is this a first? Liz never calls for a battle. I'm like, what? And Unknown, your failure in the math test is not important to me right now. Good day. I swear to God, if I ran into another one, oh, that would have been so bad. Okay. So now that we got that taken care of, what do you say we take a look at this Dialga that we have, alright? So let's have a look-see. Yeah, before I do so, I want to take a look at Arceus. It's a quiet nature, Hall of Origin, apparently met at level 80, capable of taking hits. Okay. It does have multi-type for the ability, which changes the type hit with the Hell Plate. So anyway, this Dialga is only level 1! Okay, that's actually kind of funny when I first did this. The other night when I was testing this out, I actually got myself a Giratina, and I actually have a way of, and I guess I could technically show this to confirm it for you guys. You only have to choose only one of these Pokemon, and it'll be, they'll all be at level 1. And you know what? Why don't I go ahead and cover these 3 Pokemon in a bio? Dialga, the creator of time. This thing is a Dragon Steel type. It has pressure for the ability. And of course, it has Dragon Breath and Scary Face. This thing only has 2 weaknesses, being fighting and ground. But this is a very good physical wall. Plus, it's my all-time favorite from the Creation Trio. That's why I picked it from the beginning. But as it is a Pokemon, it can take a lot of hits, deal out a lot of special hits. This thing is dangerous. Next up is Palkia. Palkia is a Dragon Water type, or Water Dragon type. Take a pick. This thing has only 1 weakness, which is Dragon, which is probably the best one of the group. This one is a little bit more balanced out of the group. And honestly, with Spatial Red, it has a high chance of dealing critical hits, but if you can manage everything else about it, it's great. But then you have Giratina. Giratina will be a Ghost Dragon type. It'll have Shadow Forcer for its move, meaning that it'll disappear for a turn. It'll deal tremendous damage onto the next turn. Being a Ghost Dragon, it's not bad, but unfortunately it has the most weakness out of them all. I think it probably has like maybe 4, maybe 5 weaknesses. I'll have to look more into that. But in all seriousness, this was not bad. I should also quickly take this time to mention that all 3 of them will be holding their respective orbs. Like Dialga here will be carrying the Adamant Orb, Palkia will be holding the Lustrous Orb, and Giratina will be holding the Grisius Orb, which means that it will be starting in its altered form. And this one is a little bit faster and is more on the specialty offensive side. I love this one more than you would think. Because like I said, I'm one of those guys that likes to talk about speed. Now, while I'm heading on back, I was a bit disappointed that I have no ways of showing off at this other special event, but there was another event that you could potentially do if you wished. And in fact, while I'm taking my original team out, I guess I'm going to talk about this. You want to have a Celebi for your team, and it could be anyone in the party. And quite frankly, you want to take it over to the Ilex Forest and take it into its shrine. It would then start to react from within the ball. I didn't really look more into this, but this is what I'm guessing. Your friend, Leroy or Ethan, will come to you and have a bit of a monologue session with you. But then you are immediately flung 3 years into the past, where you will be able to meet up with a 3-year younger rival, or in this case, Silver. But then you will then meet with Giovanni. He is having a father-son argument, and this is pretty much to the point from when we hear that Red has thwarted his plans. He disbanded Team Rocket, and he's pretty much, well, frustrated about it, and he pretty much just takes his anger out on his own son. So then once he leaves, Silver pretty much becomes a cold-hearted, red-headed asshole that nobody likes, and this is where your bitter rivalry with him pretty much comes into play. But that's not all I want to talk about. You are then flung 3 years back into the future, almost into your timeline, where you'll be taken to a cave for where Giovanni will be hiding inside said cave for the radio. He will then challenge you to a battle. I will show on screen right now for what his Pokemon would be, what moves that they will have, and what pretty much everything that he will have. He will have 4 Pokemon in his team, mostly ground-type Pokemon, but of course Nidoking, Nidoqueen, and I forget what other Pokemon that he would have. Actually, no, I have him right here. Basically, he will have 4 Pokemon in his team, being a Nidoking, a Nidoqueen, a Honchkrow, and a Kangaskhan. After you defeat him, he will then leave the cave after a short monologue, and this is actually kind of a tie-in into a bit of a theory that everyone's been talking about for a little while now. Now, I do want to quickly say that before we go any further, is that I always feel like when Fire Red and Leaf Green and Heart Gold and Soul Silver, or I guess in this case, Red, Blue, and Yellow, along with Gold and Silver, are interconnected. I don't think I can really say that they're the same connections with that of the later generations, like in Generation 5 and Black and White. But, and yes, before you guys ask, yes, we do see them in the Pokemon World Tournament, but I don't think I can really say that they're connected. I kind of say that they're in their own separate timeline. After he leaves the cave, you then hear kind of like a splashing sound from outside, and keep in mind, none of his Pokemon know Surf. And this is where the theory kind of comes in. This will also be from around the time when Team Rocket makes their official announcement of their return, and Giovanni has not heard of it. Why? Well, he leaves the cave. There was a splashing sound, and then they hear the radio saying that Team Rocket has made its official return. And the reason of why he couldn't hear it is because many people have believed that he had committed suicide. You might be seeing where this is going here. So yeah, you are taken to the point pretty much just after when Team Rocket makes their return. Giovanni, who is nowhere to be found, is dead. He took his own life because he had lost a second time, because we remind him of Red 3 years prior. Once you are done with that, Celebi will then take you back into the present time from when you all left of the Ilex Forest from before. So yeah, I'm really upset that I really can't show it because I have no Celebi in any of my games. Otherwise, I really wanted to show you guys this, and it's so freaking cool! But it was not meant to be. Oh well, maybe some other time. But anyway, now that I'm all done with that, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna end things off from right here. Alright, so next time on Pokemon Heart Gold, I think it's about time to take a look around at the Pokeathon Dome and see if what's all going on from over yonder. Alright? See you guys then.